Hi everyone, this is Kaushika. I'm going to talk about the topic on aspects of rural buyer behavior and their decision making process. First of all, I would like to talk about rural people. They are mainly depends on agriculture and agri-based work. Therefore, their income level is generally low when compared to urban people. Rural people generally have limited information about new products. They are highly price sensitive and often don't trust new product due to lack of awareness, low exposure to advertising and fear of financial risk. Now, before starting the topic of rural consumer decision making process, let us first look at the aspect of rural consumer behavior. There are six major aspects of rural consumer behavior. The first aspect is income sensitivity and affordability. Rural consumers mostly depend on agriculture, so their income is low compared to urban consumer. Because of this, price plays an important role in their buying decision. They usually buy products that are affordable. The next aspect is social and cultural influences. In rural areas, purchasing decisions are often influenced by family members, community leaders, and social circles. Word of mouth plays a major role in conveying information and recommending product to others. Therefore, social and cultural influence strongly affect rural consumption. The third aspect is practicality and utility. Rural consumer generally prefer products that are practical, durable, and provide long-term value. They focus more on the usefulness of the product rather than its appearance. Rural consumer mostly prefer essential goods rather than luxury goods. They look for products that reduce effort, save time, and can be used for multiple purposes. Easy maintenance and availability of spare parts also influence their buying decisions. The next aspect is limited information access. Rural consumers have limited access to information due to low levels of education and poor exposure to mass media. They usually gather product information from local shop, word of mouth, and community meetings. Therefore, marketers need to adapt suitable strategies to communicate effectively, such as using simple language, visual advertisement, demonstration, and local leaders to spread awareness about product. Seasonal variation is one of the important aspects of rural consumer behavior. Rural consumer purchase different products depending on the season. For example, seeds, fertilizer, and agricultural tools are mostly purchased during the sowing season, while food items, cloth, and household products are purchased more during festival season. Income in rural areas is often seasonal, so spending increases after harvest period. Weather condition, crop cycles, and festivals strongly influence rural buying behavior. The last aspect is brand loyalty and trust. Brand loyalty trust is an important aspect of rural consumer behavior. Rural consumers prefer brand that they trust and have used for a long time. Example Colgate. They are generally loyal to familiar brands and do not easily switch to new products. Trust is built through consistent quality, fair pricing, and positive experiences. Recommendation from friends, family members, and local retailers also strengthen the brand trust. Once a brand gained the confidence of rural consumer, they continue purchasing it for a longer period. Now we move on to the main topic, the rural consumer decision making process. Since the aspect of rural consumer behavior are clearly understood, let us now look at the rural consumer decision making process. This process consists of five stages. To make it easier to understand, I will explain this process through a simple story. Let's start a story. First of all, a farmer owns agricultural land and cultivate crops on it. When the crops do not grow properly and the leaves turn yellow, he realizes that there is a problem. To solve this problem, he feels the need to use fertilizer to improve crop growth and yield. This stage is known as need recognition stage in the rural consumer decision making process. After recognizing the need, the farmer searched for information about fertilizer. He asked local shopkeeper, visit the weekly market and seek suggestion from his neighbors and fellow farmers to know which fertilizer is suitable for his crop. This stage is known as the information search stage in rural consumer decision making process. Next, the farmer compare local fertilizer and branded fertilizer based on the factors such as price, past result, quality, and brand trust. He evaluates which option will give better crop yield at an affordable cost. After comparing the alternative, he prefer the fertilizer that offer the best value for money. After evaluating the available alternatives, the farmer decides to purchase the fertilizer recommended by other farmers and the local shopkeepers. He buys it from a nearby store because it is easy available, affordable and trustworthy. Factors such as recommendation, convenience, price and availability influence his final purchase decision. This stage is known as the purchase decision stage. After purchasing the fertilizer, the farmer uses it as a crop. If the crop growth improves and the yield increases, he will satisfy with this decision. He will continue to buy the same fertilizer in the future and recommend it to the other farmers. However, if the results are not satisfactory, he may stop using it and looking for another alternative next time. This stage is known as the post purchase behavior stage. Thank you for watching, guys. Subscribe, like, and comment. Thank you. Bye bye.